All right, good morning, chat. Happy Good Friday. Trade recap from April 2nd, Thursday. Some mistakes I made on here, most of which consists of just confidence, later entry, whatnot. So I'm gonna go over all that good stuff. But happy Good Friday. It's April 3rd, Good Friday. It's a good ass Friday for me because full ported NFP, and guess what? We fucking banged. Was bullish on the day too, so I was really looking for longs off NFP. Got that, looked really nice. Hit a London sweep, 5 or 15 minute one of those pullbacks, and then great respect, inverse of 3, all these other time frame fair value gaps. And overall, just looks super bullish. We got London high, we got these highs. Looked great. So, last month on March, I full ported NFP and CPI within the span of a week, and I got wrecked, absolutely wrecked, and cooked on both those days. So, yeah, fuck the month of March, bro. Fuck the month of March so hard. April it is. Yep, the first NFP of this year that we successfully full ported on. I only full ported 2 NFPs, but yeah, happy this hit. I'm gonna have a great ass day because of this now. Anyways, back to the good stuff. All right, the trade recap. We go ahead and head into replay mode. All right, 30. So I was really bullish today. Okay, everything. This was by far the best day of the week, best trade of the week as well. I just loved price action. We just looked so bullish. So going on to the 4-hour, all I had to do was look at the 4-hour and determine that I was bullish. All right, that's how crazy my conviction was. So the first thing I see is this rejection wick to the downside, 100-point rejection wick. Nice. We have an untapped 4-hour here, untapped 4-hour there. We also have an untapped hourly here, hourly there. And then if we go on back to the 4-hour, you can see we're in this BPR right here. And overall, I'm just really bullish because on the previous days, we pulled back into this weekly fair value gap, given a really nice entry model, and just had a huge bull run. So these next couple of months, I'm expecting a nice bull run up to these low resistance highs up here on the higher time frame. So overall, I'm bullish, right? And this just looks great. If we hit OTE, equilibrium, this would be even better. Okay. Unfortunate we didn't hit equilibrium, but still a really good trade. Dude, why is my chair making so much noise? Please not ruin my day. All right, but yeah, mostly just this BPR, this rejection wick, has told me everything I need to know. We have absolutely no sell side targets. Okay, we're just inside of these gaps. There's just the 4-hour, the 1-hour, and now here's the 15-minute. We have absolutely no sell side targets. All the targets and DOLs for the day lean straight towards the buy side. Okay, the buy side we have London high. All right, we have those untapped gaps, and we have great perfect trend line, low resistance, all right here. It's absolutely perfect. And dude, this chair keeps making it sound like I'm farting, but I'm not, I promise. But yeah, on the Discord, I don't know how I'm gonna pull that up, the picture. I'm too lazy to do all that other stuff, whatever. Basically, I sent a picture in the Discord this morning of, I wanted to see this, right? Pull back, say this 15-minute, which I already got tapped into, and then longs from there up into these highs, and that's exactly what we got today. It was absolutely perfection. All right, now pre-market we already tapped into the 15-minute, so I was expecting some sort of continuation, maybe a 5 or 15-minute pullback, and by the time market opened, we had a huge candle. And actually what I was expecting was us to actually inverse this gap here, this 5-minute, and I would look to take longs, pretty much what my entry looks like right here. But yeah, I wanted to take something like this. Okay, stops underneath the 5-minute and break even at this failed sweep right here, and then targets all of this low resistance, this London, this untapped 4-hour, this untapped hourly, all that good stuff. Now we ended up not getting that. Okay, we ended up closing inside this 5-minute with a pretty hefty rejection move to the upside. All right, it's about the same size of the body close, so that's definitely something I want to look out for. Now we did open up a 5-minute down here, so what I could see happening is a pullback into this 5-minute and then get continuations from there. That's what I was ideally looking for. Let me actually mark this 5-minute out here. I don't want to have too many boxes, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this 5-minute. It's irrelevant now. So we have that 5 minute, which I'm looking to get tapped into and respect from, and we actually inverse this with crazy momentum. Now, whoa, 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 that was crazy. So, no, mechanically, this seems like a really, really good A plus short. All right, we tap into the 5 minute, we get a great rejection out of it. Inverse this 5 minute with insane displacement. We actually inverse this 5 minute down here as well. Is that the full 5 minute candle, or is that something? Okay, no, it is. So, like, if you're looking at it like this with absolutely no analysis, no narrative behind it, this looks like a really, really good short. But, you know, like I said, there's no sell side targets whatsoever. Okay, I'm extremely bullish today. There's not a single scenario in the world where I'm going to be bearish today. All right, I am completely and strictly and only bullish today. There's no reason. Like, when I saw this 5 minute get inversed here, I was tempted to just take this pattern trade short just because it looked like we were just gonna dump. But there's like nothing to target. All right, I'm not bearish. I'm only bullish. And saw this 15 minute, and I was like, okay, maybe we hold this 15 minute. Yes, the 5 minute got inverse, but maybe, just maybe, we inverse or we respect this 15 minute, which we did. And if you look at the 1 minute, we actually gave a 1 minute right here. Now I like this. I almost took this. Luckily I didn't. I don't know what stopped me. I wanted like a tad bit extra confirmation, like on the 15-second. I'm not sure why, but hey, it saved me. Now, something I can see wrong with this is at the time of the entry, okay, we were generating this 5 minute, and this is the main idea behind this, is that we're gonna have a 5 minute to go break even at. So at this time, you can see the 5 minute does not get made until the next candle after the entry. And so that could have definitely, we could have avoided that for sure right there. All right, this long looked nice though. We had a untapped 2 minute right there, untapped 3 minute. All right, so it looked pretty good in my opinion. The 4 minute loads, see what we got there. Not really anything at all, but yeah. So we don't get that. I stayed out of this. Would have got, I mean, depending on where your stop loss, you could have hit this trade, but my stop loss would have for sure probably gotten hit. But that's great delivery and everything, great V shape. We come up, we touch that 5 minute, and boom, we actually get the 5 minute right here. If it loads, which it did, okay. So I should have taken this. This should have been the entry, all right. This is perfect, all right. We can put our stops beneath the 5 minute, full TP all the way up here where I was, already trying to target. I mean, dude, this looks so good. We have relatively equal highs here on the 1 minute time frame. We have equal highs there, and again, we have all this low resistance that I am so strongly confident in, and these untapped fair value gaps. We even have the London high to top it all off. This looks so A plus. I didn't take this because I wanted slightly extra confirmation. The reason is, okay, maybe I was being a puss, but the reason was because the previous day, Wednesday, which I'm pretty sure I did a recap on, this looked so similar. Okay, we gave a long setup on Wednesday, which here we didn't. We almost did, but it kind of looked like we did, or we were going to. And then we get an inverse to the downside, all right, which is what happened yesterday. Failed, just like what happened yesterday. And then right after this failed, we get a long setup, just like what happened yesterday. Or not yesterday, but the day before this. And yeah, even though the last long from Wednesday actually hit, it had terrible delivery, was a break even anyways, and so I guess I kind of had that stuck in my head. Just the fact that this looked exactly like it, the fact that we inversed the 5 minute. I mean, dude, all that mattered though should have just been the DOL. I was so confident in this drawn liquidity, these imbalances. I should have just taken this. So I was looking for extra confirmation, and I would have taken it relatively right at the entry point, but you can see here we had a nice 1 minute retest. Now I should have taken this, but what I didn't take this was because I was waiting for a 15-second IFPG to the upside, and we didn't have any 15 seconds, so I stayed out. But I mean, if I looked at this 1 minute, this looks so bullish. Like, even if I just took this, stops at the low because it's protected, this looks so A plus, man. I should have for sure taken this, but being a wuss. And then once we got delivery to the upside, I was like, okay, I cannot miss out on this. Ended up taking it right here. Stops pretty tight because I was expecting us to just shoot, from here. I don't expect any retrace whatsoever. Again, equal highs, relatively equal highs, low resistance, all that good stuff, and held for full TP. Now, right here, okay, right here, ES ended up taking all the targets we were aiming for on NQ. Now, why did I not full TP here? Because, well, for one, depending if you're taking a live account or whatnot, you can scale half and leave runners, but I was so confident that we were going to hit these highs because, you know, overall higher time frame on the daily, the weekly, the 4 hour, I'm bullish. I am completely 100% bullish. All right. 2, once again, there's no sell side, and the sell side right here is a protected low, so there's absolutely nothing to aim for. I see no reason for price to go lower. Okay. And 3, not every SMT matters. All right. So of course, one pair is gonna take out, you know, the draw before the other does. They're not gonna move exactly at the same, you know, point level. They're gonna differ. All right. So just because there's an SMT doesn't mean we're bearish. And I was just so confident that we're gonna hit this. It was either TP or break even, because at this point I was break even. Boom, hit full TP. I tried to juice this trade out a little bit. I had TP a little bit, like around right here, and I trailed stop, and then boom, got stopped in profit, like around right where this candle is. So just a tad bit under where my final TP was, but still up over 3R. Here's this full trade's a 3.5R. At one point I was up 4R, so we're just taking out there, but you know, it's all good. But yeah, really good day. Now, to quickly go over the mistakes. Well, for one, I didn't take the actual entry, which I should have. This displacement looks crazy. The DOL was all there. You know, this is exactly what I wanted, and I didn't take it. And then 2, I did not take this across all my accounts, and I'm so mad that I didn't, because this was such a good setup, man, and I didn't take it across all my accounts. So you can clearly see there's a confidence issue today. I'm not sure what happened. I think just knowing it was the end of the week, and this week was pretty ass, if I'm going to be honest. We took 1 L this week. We took another break even, which is actually a small L, but still break even. And yeah, luckily we took a win, but still, man, I was just a confidence issue. I mean, it's exactly what I wanted. The deal was perfect, everything aligned, and I just, for some reason, still hesitated. So it's not usual for me to do that. I'm never scared to take entries or anything like that, but for it was so weird. It was just today. So that's really strange. I got to work on that, and yeah, just keep reviewing this. You know, let it play through my head, get it stuck engraved in my head. So yeah, that's gonna be that for this recap. Let me actually show you, because we actually ran up, but I got off charge because I was done for the day anyways. Damn, we ran up, bro. Holy, oh my gosh, we even hit Asia high. Like, what? Dude, dang, imagine I didn't trail stop and I just, it's whatever, but but it's fine. It's a good Friday today, good week, ended the week off great. We're green. Banger ass trade on Thursday, which I just went over, and then NFP we full ported, got some evals passed, and then got some evals halfway to being passed. Overall, really good day. Now, if I took this on my other evals from yesterday, I would have passed like all the evals I had, almost all the evals I had, but now I'm just only halfway on most of them, but I still got some pass, so that's great. Anyways, hope you all have a great good Friday. I mean, yeah, there's really nothing much to say besides this was definitely the best trade of the week. This looks so sexy looking at this. Man, I wish I took that original entry. But yeah, just a confidence issue. Nothing too much. I'll get over it and I'll learn from it. But it's going to be it for this video. And shit, I'm out. Peace.